on the corner of 6th and Mission.
About a year ago.
It's been a year of ups and downs for Austin Draper.
I've covered addiction a lot.
And some of his lowest moments are being documented.
Like most people smoke fentanyl off of foil, and he uses syringes.
Behind the camera, San Francisco Chronicle photographer Gabrielle Lurie and reporter Maggie Angst.
A lot of times we'll be on the streets talking to folks about the conditions and new policies and what they're dealing with. And so we came across Austin outside of a clinic, actually, I think picking up clean needles, and just started talking to him.
During that talk, they learned Austin had been dealing with serious heart infections 6 times in the last 4 years.
Endocarditis is a heart infection. People who inject drugs can get it from dirty needles or just their skin being dirty and germs entering the bloodstream and then attaching to their heart.
It can progress really quickly. It makes you feel terrible. You feel really lightheaded. You have no appetite.
Telling his story meant Austin would have to trust Gabrielle and Maggie with the most intimate parts of his life.
Just felt like this story is not going to be 100% if these moments aren't captured.
That included hospital stays, creative outlets, and drug-induced slumbers.
He was eager to get his story out there to educate people that this is a risk that you could face if you chose to start injecting drugs.
If I had heard my story when I was younger, I probably would have done things a lot differently.
Maggie and Gabrielle were there as he recovered from his 3rd heart surgery earlier this year.
If it goes untreated, endocarditis can be fatal, and there's this kind of debate in the healthcare community or in the surgical field about whether or not to perform multiple open heart surgeries on somebody who is a drug user. The last time, he left the hospital with endocarditis, he seemed like he was very interested in his recovery.
But he relapsed after returning home.
The farther he gets away from that hospital and that kind of clarity he had, wanting to be sober seems to be a little bit more distanced.
More distance, but always on his mind, especially when he gets to be creative with his sewing.
I've watched what I've created in the last few months, and I feel like I'm constantly impressing myself, which is a nice feeling. I wonder what more I could do.
Like if you were sober, you think you could do more? Is that what you mean?
Maybe, yeah. It's at least worth trying.
In San Francisco, Sarah McGrew, KCRA 3 News.
Wow, you can read more about Austin's story and endocarditis at sfchronicle.com.